Hi everybody, I'm going to show you how I apply my eyeshadow today using my Mary Kay eyeshadows. I'll let you know which eyeshadows I have and then just give you an idea of what kind of brushes you need. I would recommend using brushes. If you only have the sponge tip applicator, you can try it. You just have to work at blending with the little sponge tip applicators, which I have done before. Maybe I can try it another time, but today I'm going to use brushes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fluffy brush, just a little blending brush, and I'm going to take a matte light color. Since I'm doing a pinky kind of color today, I'm going to do a matte pink. I am going to use Dusty Rose from Mary Kay. It's just a nice little, not too dark pink that I'm using. If you're doing a brown, you might do a nice soft matte brown, but since we're doing pink, I'm using this Dusty Rose, and I'm just dipping my brush into that Dusty Rose, and I'm going to just blend that in my crease. I will tell you that the biggest, most important thing when you're doing your eyeshadow is blending. You don't want really harsh lines on your eyes, then it just looks kind of, it just doesn't look right. So you want to take your time to blend. So having a blending brush is important. And just back and forth there in my crease. Okay, just keep going until you're at a place where you feel like, okay, that looks good. It looks pretty blended out. It's not harsh at all. And just blend back and forth. Okay. Do the same thing to the other eye. I normally do this both eyes. Some people do one eye and then the other. Also, I already have my face makeup on. Some people like to do their eyeshadow first so that they don't have any fallout. I kind of play with both ways. One little tip I can give you is, if you do like to do your face makeup first, what you can do is to prevent the fallout from getting all over, what you can do is take your makeup sponge and dip it into some loose powder and then apply it here, kind of like when you're baking your under eye concealer, and then just leave it there while you are applying your eyeshadow on your lids. That way anything that falls out will fall on that powder, and then you take just a clean brush and brush it off, and usually that'll take care of that fallout. So that's just a little tip if you like to do your face makeup before you do your eye makeup, which is normally what I do. Once in a while I'll do the eyeshadow first, but I really do like doing my eyeshadow last. It's what takes me the longest. Okay, so we have that Dusty Rose on both eyelids in the crease. Kind of just blended it out, kind of smoked out. Okay, once I have that, I like to go in with a darker shade to darken up this area here, the outer V, the outer corner. Now, if you want a real sharp look, you can put a piece of Scotch tape here. That way the eyeshadow stops there. But me, for every day, I don't do that. I normally will just apply it here. The only time I use the whole tape trick is if I'm doing for a special event and I want my eyeshadow to be very, very crisp. So what I'll do is, I have my little palette here, and this dark shade is called Merlot. So what I'll do is I'll take the same kind of fluffy brush. This is actually the same one. I have this little sponge cleaner thing that you just swirl your brush around. It'll take the color from the other eyeshadow off, and then you can reuse it. You can do that, or you can just get, you know, another fluffy brush, same thing. So what I do is I dip into that dark color. Usually try to tap off any excess, and then I apply it to the outer, let's say 1/3 of my eye. Okay, let me look at my mirror over here. Depending how dark you want it, I'm going to darken it up just a little bit more. Okay, I think that's pretty dark. I'll clean off my brush and then do some blending just because I don't want that line so harsh. So I'll just kind of blend it out. Sometimes what I'll also do is take that Dusty Rose, that matte color that we used. If I can find it, I don't know what it is. Okay, so as I was saying, I'll take the transition shade, which was the Dusty Rose, and I'll dip back into it, and then I'll just kind of blend it into that darker color, just so it kind of all blends together. Okay, just kind of blend it out. Okay, got a little bit of darkness going on in the corner, and then that transition shade. So let me do the same thing to the other side. I took that Merlot shade, put it in the outer third or so of my eye. Kind of start blending it out a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of that Dusty Rose to blend it all together. Right. Okay, so that's the basic. You could spend more time blending it. The more you blend, you know, the more it'll fuse together. And then what I'll do is I will take a shimmer shade for the rest of my eyelid. What I'm going to use right now is this Rose Gold right there from Mary Kay. Honestly, I usually apply the shimmer shades with my finger, so I just kind of rub it in there, and then I just pat it on, and pat it on my eyelid. And that's really it. However, sometimes you want your shimmer shade to pop, so what you can do is you can take a packing brush, a little bit more like flat shader brush, dip it into your shimmer shade, and then you can take your setting spray. I have the Mary Kay finishing spray, and just wet it. And wetting that will make that shimmer pop a little bit more. So you can see there, and dip back into that color, and it'll be a little bit brighter. And then I always take my blending brush and kind of blend that shimmer with that matte so that it's not a harsh line. And there you go. Okay, let me put that shimmer on the other eye as well. Still, the brush is still kind of wet. Oh, I forgot to put it with my finger first. I always like to put it with my finger first to lay down a little color first. And then go in with the brush. You get to see me doing funny faces. Okay, maybe bring it up a little bit more. And then again, let's blend with that matte shade, kind of blend it all together. All right. Okay, so we've got the lid. what I also like to do is take a pencil brush, a little pointy kind of brush, and I'll take my transition shade, which is that matte color I put in the crease, Dusty Rose, and I will dip into it, and then I will run this under my lower lash line. Okay. Normally I'll just do this one color. If you want to deepen it up, you can go into that darker Merlot color and put it right here on the outer corner, and that'll deepen it up. I usually do that if I'm doing a glam, going out, some special event kind of look. But for my everyday, I just do the transition shade under the eye. Okay. Okay. Just kind of make sure it looks nice and smoked out a little bit. And then after that, I will take a nice shimmer shade to put in the inner corner, just to give it a little pop. I don't have one right now from Mary Kay. Since this is a pinky look, I try to put in a pinky, like a pinky color. So that's what I'm going to put in. I take another kind of bigger pencil brush, and I put it in my inner corner. And then I'll also put some underneath my brow bone. Okay, and then after that, pretty much done with the eye. I'll take my mascara. Of course, my Panorama mascara is my go-to. I already ordered backups because it's limited edition. Just put a couple of coats of mascara. You can apply false lashes if you want. Again, I won't say I'll only do that to go out. I do that quite a bit. We do eyelash Fridays, which when we were at work, that we got to go to the office on Fridays, just to make it a little more fun. What we did is we made it Eyelash Friday, so we wore our eyelashes to the office on Fridays, which is fun, walking around with pretty lashes. Okay, and I always put a coat of mascara on my bottom lashes. I think it makes a big difference. And especially if you're using falsies, you want to put that lower lash line mascara. Or if not, they'll get lost. Okay, and that's pretty much it. How I do my eye makeup. This is my normal everyday makeup, whether I'm going to Walmart or H-E-B or Target or wherever, or to work. But hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions, you want me to film any other little how-to. I can. Okay, thank you.